And this one features the Saints' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage of the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there. We don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
Punter Jack Fox to get this one started. And we're underway in Caesar Superdome. Devin Duvernay to return it. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team is a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 34. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Here's Riley Dixon on now for the punt on fourth down. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Ball taken in at the 36. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Running it after the penalty. Jukes breaks through, and he might break away. Past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to her. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Juke the defender. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This New Orleans offense ready up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll throw on 1st. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open. It beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Dump off caught by his back. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shaheed motioning right. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 50-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. Putting the tight end in motion. Off play action, Goff. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. It is Kupp, left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, Goff. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They go play action with Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. A give left side for Gibbs. And they had that one contained right at the line. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap here to Goff. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands. Couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The New Orleans offense set to go now. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He finds Tigakongwo for the grab. And he's brought down. They spot this one right at the 20. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 37. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
1 quarter done, 3 to go in this battle of elite teams. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's grabbed inside the 30. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Pass play on 1st and 10. That throw finds Okonkwo. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. From the red zone now. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. Here he is to throw on 2nd down. Into the hands of Okonkwo. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Katie York now on for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And as this season progresses, he's been a steady producer for this offense, leading the league in receptions to this point. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. On 1st down, it's Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw. Goff. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you just kind of wait. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, Goff. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
That's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Escapes a defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Saints will get set to take over. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Dropping back to throw. Okonkwo brings it in. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Dump off to his fullback. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds the in route, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Katie York for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is York to kick this one away. Evans now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 42. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They're now set for a 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. 2nd and 3 now.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
From the 16. The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Complete to number 1. 1st and goal is right.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Handoff running right, Montgomery. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. David Montgomery with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Fox now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Able to hit Mason, complete. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Saints facing a 3rd and 6. He'll throw it. Quick slant, caught by Shaheed. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 from the 41. They are throwing it again. That one's cut along the left sideline. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get some late points and the lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
You're good on the point after. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Now he's York to kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. They'll go right side with Gibbs. He's across the 35. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40. The Saints call their third and final timeout. The Lions readying for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Play action on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
He'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the Bucs who were able to get the victory at home. The Bucs are going to need to put together one heck of a run in the second half, but the win does move them to 3-6 on the year. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Bo Nix, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Bryce Young leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. First down throw from Goff. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up. They go play action with Goff. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here. Goff on third. incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but still going to bring up fourth down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They've got first down from the 31. Now a give on the counter. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This play goes for 36. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This is complete to Duvernay. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 23, avoids the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Escapes his grasp. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. Got him the ball back.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Rolling left, buying some time. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Lions make it 17 all. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here's Duvernay on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And he's brought down up across the 30-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. Setting up a throw. Getting out to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Coming right is Gibbs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Cobb. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
A gain of 7. And the Lions 1st down.
Another one for Gibbs. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 2nd down now, 7 to go. St. Brown's got it, complete. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Goff back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 29-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll throw it. Setting up the screen. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. He's going to go out of bounds up past the 15. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They motion the tight end over. Off play action, Goff. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
This one is taken in by Tony. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
1st down, Lions.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the 4th. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Goff on 1st and 10. And the man is there to knock that away. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So that brings up second down. Throwing is gone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out third down. Here's Gong. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Punt team on the field. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down. He's going to throw this one. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Second and 15. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Gibbs now from the gun. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Lions the first. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Goff. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is going to put them up to 6 punts today. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Short pass brought in. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run now on 2nd down. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Broke the plane before and some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
Following the flag, they've got 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down. So before this is punted away, officials stepping in. Looks like a timeout was called by the receiving team. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. 1st down throw from Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They send a tight end in motion. They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Looking to throw. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety.
That's a defense that could just sense it. Blood in the water after that last sack. They bring the pressure again, thinking sack all the way, and that's exactly what they get. The safety, well, that's just a little icing on the cake.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
2nd and 10 now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw it. This is complete to Duvernay. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Finds his man over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. He'll look to throw it. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Detroit calls timeout, it's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Setting up to pass. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Here he is to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Out of the shotgun. Goff. St. Brown's got it. Complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Throwing again, it's Goff. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's brought down after a short gain. One final shot here. Chased out to... Oh no, the ball is loose! And they get back on top of it, but he's touched down. So no final heroics today. This one is over. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.